I know. He's looking at great. Does this mean we get our seats or what? Is the bell, did it just break? Yeah. I can't handle it anymore. This is graduation. It's so sad. It really is. Like all my friends are going. Thank you. No, like dude, I'm not gonna see them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm missing these seniors, these juniors, like and then you leave us in that said state. Yeah, but it's like, okay, so we're going back. Are you giving them out?
There's little letters inside.
Yeah, that's why I said it. That's why it went away.
Who's saying
Okay, I guess I should go now. You're doing here.
That's in the shot.
That's in the shot.
It's in the shot?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
there you go.
Then like this.
It's still in the.
It's like half the screen now. There you go.
Oh, this is too funny. My arms.
That kid just went crazy. Get the umbrella in the whole shot. I want nothing but umbrella.
So graduation, we can get you a coffee. We'd love to have you involved.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Is it like that?
It's not supposed to be.
Where does this happen?
It's a little Holly inside joke thing. I was gonna give that to her instead of a CD because I couldn't afford another one. Oh man, it's good or whatever, it's fine.
Coming in. Who's this for? There.
This, it's either for Aiden or Amelia. I haven't decided yet.
This was came with this before. There goes the classic. There goes the back.
But can you do me a favor and tell me what order these are in? Where is that?
Oh, they're walking out the window.
That's not good.
I know, but like the people are walking.
Students the same thing. Students go and then they forward and then after that you settle on stage.
Members of the Board of Trustees, Senator Torricelli, parents, grandparents and relatives, invited guests, alumni, and faculty and staff, underclassmen students, and graduating seniors. Good morning and welcome to our 151st commencement exercises at the Storm King School. Storm King is a global community of teachers and learners from many countries, here to welcome all of our visitors in the world languages represented in the class of 2019 are several members of our graduating senior class.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ètò ayẹyẹ wa.
Buongiorno a tutti e benvenuti alla graduation 2019 qui alla Storm King School.
Selamat datang kepada graduasi Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Storm King tahun 2019.
Storm King expliquait Peteru Koshkedlenzer.
各位长辈，大家好，欢迎来到2019的 Storm King 毕业典礼。
歡迎你來 Storm King School 2019畢業典禮。
歡迎大家嚟到2019 Storm King School 嘅畢業典禮。
Вітаю вас на випускному 2019 року.
感謝大家參加 Storm King School 2019年畢業典禮。
Bonjour et bienvenue à la 151e cérémonie de remise des diplômes à la Storm King School.
Kevin Kuzil mezuniyet törenine hoş geldiniz.
Bienvenidos a la graduación de 2019 de Storm King.
Доброе утро и добро пожаловать на 2019 выпускной Storm King School.
尊敬的各位来宾，早上好，欢迎来到斯德姆国王中学2019年毕业典礼。
Good morning, and welcome to the Storm King School's 2019 graduation ceremony.
Please remain standing as Mr. Nelson and the Storm King Choir perform America the Beautiful. Please be seated, except for seniors. Seniors, please remain standing, turn around, and spot your Relations Committee. Senator Torricelli was a leading expert on Middle Eastern and Latin American policy issues. Upon retiring from the Senate, Senator Torricelli established Rosemont Associates, a national and international business strategy firm. and his second firm, a real estate development business called Woodrose Properties, which has built, renovated, or invested in approximately 50 projects. Today, Senator Torricelli resides in Palm Beach, Florida. It is my honor to introduce your commencement speaker, a true son of Storm King, Senator Robert G. Torricelli.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the honor of being with you here today. I am always amazed at how people can look at the same facts and see such different results. I was actually here when Dustin Hoffman starred in The Graduate. You were compelled to a lifetime of commitment of environmental protection. I saw Dustin Hoffman in that film and was committed that in my lifetime I had to have a very fast, very red Italian sports car. And we both pursued our objectives. I also, I have never done this before, but I need to actually amend my introduction. In addition to the things that were cited by your headmaster, I'm also proud to have been the founder of The Voice. Does The Voice still exist? It was founded on a mimeograph machine, which you probably don't even know what that is, in the basement of McConnell Hall. And the proud president of the class of 1970. I need to do for myself only a little bit of housekeeping first to make myself better grounded here. I need to know who lived in room number 2 in the basement of McConnell in the far end of the hall. My proud successors. And who lived in the main floor of the cottage all the way in the back on the left? My other successors. Now I feel at home. First, let me put your minds at ease. I am aware that after years of work and study, the only thing that now separates you from your diploma is the length of my remarks. So be at ease. I also want to put you at ease in that this close to graduation, it is time to decipher what lessons that you learned from faculty and administration were true and need to be taken to heart, and which can be quickly disposed of. I hope my life offers some guidance, because like you, I was told that if I did not study hard, I did not completely commit myself, did not work during every waking moment, I would never succeed and get a good job. I am proud in my life to have served on the White House staff, most of my life in the House of Representatives in the United States Senate, and I'm here to tell you I did not work hard, I did not totally commit myself, but I did get a good job. So don't worry. Life's good anyway. This is my third Storm King graduation. And for whatever it may mean to you who are all in a hurry to get your diplomas and get on with life, I cannot tell you what it means to me. So indulge me, if only for a few moments. I graduated in 1970. I was so pleased in 1996 to be invited back in my last year in the House of Representatives, and again today. I am mindful that we are far from the same generation. We have lived perhaps very different lives and seen very different things. And as I look out today, I see every chair of the faculty, administration, and students, but there's a different face in every one of them. Because as you will discover one day, I remember every chair, every seat, every place with someone that is now in a distant place somewhere in the world, having no idea what we're doing here today. Only that their lives are different, fuller, and richer. Because one day, long ago, they sat in those chairs. To your parents who sacrificed so much to bring you here, to the faculty that could have done so many other things with their lives, but dedicated them to you, to this administration, who similarly have given so much to give you this starting platform in life, an opportunity beyond your understanding. To each of them, before you are congratulated to them today, to them, well done, congratulations. In thinking what we do share, my mind wanders to a day some years ago with words that I want to bring to you today. As a young member of Congress one day, the Speaker invited the new leader of the Soviet Union to speak to the Congress. He was of a different generation. He was our mortal enemy. Our lives and government had been given to counter his every move of his country, Mikhail Gorbachev. And as we sat there with hostility in our eyes, he said to us, as I say to you today, it must mean something that in all the times we could have lived, Providence has chosen that we live now. Of all the places we could have lived, it means something that fate has us live here. Of all the things we could have done, it must mean something that we have this common experience. And so do you. We may not share a generation. We may not share all experiences. But there are things that bind us. I know what it is like on a cold winter morning to walk from that cottage across that field with a biting wind coming down that river. I know what it's like to climb that mountain on a weekend and sit on a rock with the sun on your face. I know the friendship and fraternity of a Saturday night in the dormitory with friends, knowing of all the places you could really be in the world, there was no place warmer or finer. I know the fraternity of this place. You think you know it, but as the years pass, you'll revisit it so many times, in so many ways, and draw so much strength from it. Life may appear like a continuum, succeeding chapters of a book, an edition of a film. But as you get older, it really isn't. It's flashes of light, moments of memory that come to you sometimes out of nowhere. In thinking of speaking you today, I'm leaving you with a single day that has made all the difference in my life. And if you take nothing from my remarks today, which may be the case, I hope you'll remember this. Having lunch here on May 4th, 1970, as lunch ended, a stir entered the room. It was an unbelievable time in the life of this country. Robert Kennedy, who had died 2 years before, said, "You could feel the fabric of America ripping." War was going on in Vietnam. Universities were closing. The country was in chaos. From one end of the hall to the other, word had spread that soldiers had shot and killed 4 students at Kent State in Ohio. We were set to leave here to only a matter of weeks for summer vacation. I was the president of my class, and that evening, as we heard the news that students across the country were going on boycotts to protest what was nothing less than a murder, we decided we needed to do something. We organized it the next morning at morning meeting. You still have morning meetings?
Not really.
The next morning at morning meeting, the headmaster would, forgive this story, the headmaster would call the day to order. Every student would rise, turn his back, it was not co-ed at the time, forgive the story, and walk out. During the course of the evening, one of the students, I've never known who it was, but I'm still looking, informed the headmaster. Early in the morning of the 5th, a faculty member awoke me and ordered me to Spy Rock, the living room of the headmaster's house. As I entered, the light was still coming up. My mother was sitting there next to the headmaster. As he began to say that I was the most incorrigible student he had ever known, and announced that I would be suspended for 2 weeks. I left his house. My mother was parked here. From the house to here, no word was spoken. I got in the car. I didn't know what to say or do. I was so hurt, so embarrassed. My mother said nothing until the car turned around the cottage. She pulled to the side and she said, "Robert, what is it you learned today?" I said, "Ma, I don't know." And she said, "You learned that in life, sometimes you can pay a price for doing the right thing. I want you to go home, enjoy these 2 weeks, and be proud of what you did." In so many ways, that day became a metaphor for my life. The headmaster, Frank Brogan, believed he was doing the right thing. An institution without rules and laws is chaos. My mother believed I was doing the right thing because rules without reason is tyranny. I believed I was doing the right thing because I was the leader of the students of this school. They were in pain and needed to act. We were each players in a miniature drama that was unfolding all over the country. And my guess is no one remembers it but me. But life is like that. You draw from simple experiences the lessons that will guide you throughout your life. Take this with you. From that day forward, I have noted on so many occasions an extraordinary thing about both American life and the world at large. It is remarkable, the physical courage of people. I have traveled to every battlefield where America has fought for the last 30 years. I've seen soldiers wounded and die. I've seen victims of abuse. Physical courage is an extraordinary quality and so common, which makes it all the more amazing that moral courage is so rare. As I have seen soldiers willing to lay down their lives for the country, I have seen members of Congress cower in fear at casting a vote that might have saved their lives because they feared a constituent, a contributor, the media. Be people of courage, not the common kind, the uncommon kind. Committed simply to what you believe in your own heart is right. We have an amazing capacity in this country to rewrite history as we would have liked it to have been. The simple truth is, these are the good old days. There has never been a better time to be alive. Never more opportunity. Never a chance to take your times, your country, your generation, and shape it into what you would have it be. I know you have many commitments in your lives. You create families and children of your own. You'll pursue careers. You'll have friends. You'll commit yourself to institutions. But in the course of your lives, remember that you carry one other obligation too. Service to your country, whatever that country may be. Your people, whoever they may be. I know that it is popular now to believe that all progress is by the fierce determination of the individual. It only takes us so far. So is community and collective action. It is the great missing element in this country of our time. In each of these ways, you can make such a difference. You are now armed with something that so many people in so many generations, in so many places in the world, never had. You have an education. You have knowledge. You have the keys to the kingdom and the future. Good luck. I'm honored to have been here. Godspeed.
Thank you, Senator Torricelli. You've given us a great deal to think about, and we appreciate your being here. As a token of our appreciation, you're going to be receiving a Storm King Hitchcock chair with your name on it and inscribed as this year's commencement speaker. Now we will have, for good, another number by our choir. you. We will miss those voices. At this time, I would like to ask Senator Torricelli and Ms. DeFries to help us with the presentation of awards. I'd also like to ask Dr. Timothy Lance, our Dean of Academics, to come to the microphone and announce the award winners.
Move now. Do as I do.
Good morning. Our first awards are given to the Storm King Scholars. The Storm King Scholar Award is granted to those students who have consistently achieved at the highest academic levels and who have contributed as a member of the staff and an outstanding student who have contributed. Senior whose performance and contribution to Zoe Steen.
Okay, well, now we do it.
The Headmaster's Cup is a gift of Mrs. Anson Barker, whose husband was for 19 years the headmaster of the Storm King School. Since 1938, the Headmaster's Cup, inscribed for cheerfulness of spirit and enthusiasm, is awarded annually to that senior whose love for this school is profound.
Senior class.
Woo!
Class of 2020.
Woo!
Members of this year's sophomore class become next year's junior class. The members of the freshman class become next year's sophomore class, and our 8th graders officially move into high school. Congratulations. Please be seated. Following the recessional, I invite everyone to join us for a buffet luncheon on the patio. Now is the moment. The senior class has been anxiously waiting all year. To assist Dr. Lance, Senator Torricelli, and me with the conferral of diplomas, I'm pleased to welcome Ms. Michelle DeFries, first Vice Chair of the Storm King Board of Trustees, to the stage. Seniors, will you please present yourselves to receive your diplomas?
Oluwatobi Rona Akingbede. Dennis Bobchuk. Colby Tyree Braxton. Savannah Madison Kwan. Maya Burnbayeva. Ashley Juliet Cabrera. Sai Schiff. Tanistron Lornard Chandran. Max Sun Chen. Chen Yichao. Jen Yua
Jump scare.
Paul Arthur Cohen Adad. Holly Nicole Korish. Maria Fedosienkova. Jaden Figueroa.
So cool. So much power. So basic. Because they planned it out.
Luis Sebastian Garrido Estrella. Alonso Gonzalez Reno. Tamar Haham McGowan. Yi Hung. Caroline Young Hecht.
CYH. Wait, this is actually
Who Bin. Stuart Thomas Putzler. Jian Ihan. Adriana Faith Johnston. Caitlin Leanne Jones. Guillermo Jose Puvin. Lee Jiahao. Lin Yenteng. Liu Chen. David Tiembo Liu.
I will. No.
Ma Shilong. Mihail Medvedev. Stephen Moeller. Oyong Peishan. Uzai Polat. Lorenzo Bryce Preto. Asia D'Agostino Recchi. Guillermo Jose Ramos Sanchez. Carlos Ignacio Regueral Armada. Shania Lynn Roaring. Ricardo Semenza. Costanza Ciclari. Zoe Elizabeth Steen. Soonwa Soon. Sui Shungjua. Aiden Michael Sweeney. Jim Tavilolu. Tiana Lynn Vasquez. Wong Sia. Igor Zelenko Jr. Zhang Xianyi. Zhang Suochuan. Zheng Ho Hui. Jessica Charlene Zhang. Leonardo Zhou. Joe Ray Young.
Senior class, please rise, turn around. I give class of 2019.
What is he doing? Why is Mr. Love so angry at Mr. Wilson?
When did it start?
That's so scary. Tell the class. No one's watching for the teachers. Probably don't know what field to do. Class of 19. We're seniors now. You guys are officially seniors. We made it. The big bad boys at camp. Alright, when can we shut this thing up? 20 seconds ago? Because I already know. There's no reason to keep dying file. Mr. Kriblin's still going, he has a real point. We're just recording like this. Well, he even stopped.